Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Convocation on this gorgeous day at the University of Waterloo. My name is Feridun Hamdulahpur, and I have the honor of serving as President and Vice Chancellor of this great university. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we are gathered today on the traditional territory of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. And please remain standing while I invite now Julianne DeRocher to sing our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command, car ton bras s'est porté les pieds. Il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Okay, we're going to get started. My name is Tom Jenkins, and it's my privilege to be the Chancellor of the University of Waterloo. Graduates, family and friends, President, Provost, honored guests, faculty and staff, it's a great honor to be here to join you in celebrating today's graduating class. You've worked very hard for this milestone, graduates, and by the looks of this very packed gym, you've had some help along the way. But I don't know who's happier, whether you're happier or whether your parents and significant others are happier because you're now off the payroll. Oh yeah, lots of applause for that. I have still a few on the payroll. So welcome everyone. I've always found this university to be inspirational. My office is just up on the North Campus in the David Johnson Research and Technology Park. And I've been part of the university life here for more than 30 years. However, this year, 2017, is actually our 60th anniversary as a university, and oh, how far we have come in such a short time. In university life, 60 years is pretty short compared to many other universities in the world, and this university has done some amazing things in such a short period of time. So today, we're going to celebrate as we award degrees. We're going to begin by conferring an honorary title on an individual who's distinguished themselves in the academy. We're then going to confer bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. Finally, medals will be awarded to an alumnus who has excelled in their field and to graduating students who have also excelled in their studies. Now, as Chancellor, I get to sort of make one rule around here and give out one order, that all of that has to be done within 2 hours. I would ask, however, that everyone remain in your seats until convocation is adjourned and the academic procession has left the hall, because that'll allow us to move things along. So as you celebrate your accomplishments today, graduates, remember that this university is a community and that you're simply just moving on to another phase. So stay connected and remember that you can always come back home here and that the network that you have built thus far continues. So please keep that in mind, and I trust that your affiliation with the university will grow as you move out into your careers and into society. So congratulations, and I look forward to seeing each of you as you come across the stage. I now invite Mark Havitz, Professor, Department of Recreation and Leisure Studies, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Paul Eagles. Paul Eagles is Canada's foremost expert on parks and protected area management. His expertise has been sought by the Ontario Municipal Board, Canadian Ministry of Environment, the World Bank, and the United Nations. From 1996 through 2011, he chaired the Global Task Force on Tourism and Parks for the World Commission on Protected Areas of the World Conservation Union. Dr. Eagles is recipient of over $1 million in grants and has authored 400 publications, including 90 refereed manuscripts, 20 book chapters, 18 books, and 110 professional publications and consulting reports. His books have a global impact and are printed in multiple languages, including Chinese, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Russian, and Spanish. Devoted to students at all levels of scholarly endeavor, Paul has supervised over 180 graduate students and honors students, ranging from honors and MA theses to doctoral dissertations. He was a principal in the development of the undergraduate parks option, several undergraduate degrees, and the joint tourism master's degree, which enabled a deep synergistic relationship between the departments of geography and recreation and leisure studies for 15 years. His former students are highly placed with local agencies, provincial park agencies, and Parks Canada. A recent graduate supervises Central Park operations for New York City Parks. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding record of scholarship, teaching, and service to the university and community, I request that you bestow the title Distinguished Professor Emeritus upon Paul Eagles.
Thank you. Well, I'm honored to confer upon you, Paul Eagles, the title of Distinguished Professor Emeritus and extend my sincere congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I now invite Craig Janes, Professor, the School of Public Health and Health Systems, to the podium. Mr. Chancellor, I present Anita Myers. Professor Myers joined the University of Waterloo in 1981. Her research examines programs and policies to enhance and maintain safe mobility in older adults, and her contributions were recognized through a Lifetime Contribution to Gerontology Award from the Canadian Association of Gerontology, as well as fellow status in the Gerontological Society of America. She has been a strong advocate for gerontology programs and helped establish the faculty-wide program in aging, health, and well-being, which she directed from 2013 to 2016. She is also a leader in the field of program evaluation, recognized by the Contribution to Evaluation in Canada Award. She helped develop ethical guidelines and core competencies which are used today by the Canadian Evaluation Society for credentialing evaluators. She represented Waterloo on the Consortium for Graduate Training and Credentials in Program Evaluation, and she helped Waterloo establish a strong reputation in health program evaluation at the National Evaluation Case Competition, having coached 15 teams to the finals with 6 wins. An extremely productive scholar, she has published over 100 referee journal articles, a book on program evaluation, and over 50 evaluation and policy reports. She has also excelled as a teacher and student mentor. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of her outstanding record of scholarship, teaching, and service to the university and community, I request that you bestow the title Distinguished Professor Emerita upon Anita Myers.
I am honored to confer upon you, Anita Myers, the title of Distinguished Professor Emerita. I extend my sincere congratulations.
I now invite Germán Ciani, Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Dwayne Miller. Dwayne Miller is Max Planck Director at the Institute for the Structure and Dynamics of Matter in Hamburg, as well as a university professor at the University of Toronto. He is recognized as a world leader in the fields of ultra-fast structural dynamics and femtosecond spectroscopy. As such, he published most of the seminal work with 2 cover articles and 1 review in Science, and several Nature and Science reports. His team attained the very first temporally and atomically resolved atomic movie in 2006, as well as the very first molecular movie in 2013. Dwayne Miller is considered the father of bright femtosecond electron diffraction, a technique he developed and which has shown to be as powerful as 4th generation had X-ray free electron laser facilities that cost today about $1 billion US. Okay? He continues pushing the technological limits to finally succeed with creating molecular movies of protein in action, a thought experiment he proposed over 30 years ago. Dwayne's research program has had direct societal impact through the creation of several startups with his team members. Altodyne Inc. is probably the most successful example, a company that is currently producing picosecond IR-based scalpels for scar-free surgery. During his career, Dwayne Miller received multiple national and international awards, and there are a few scientists of his stature with his commitment to bring science and society together. He initiated Science Rendezvous, a meeting that has spread all across Canada as a platform to promote science awareness and increase science literacy in our country, with 40 of Canada's top research institutions and over 35 community partnerships across 30 cities in 10 provinces. Mr. Chancellor, for his singular contributions to his field and for his continued contributions to the broader scientific community in Canada, I request that you confer the degree Doctor of Science honoris causa upon Dwayne Miller.
I'm honored to confer upon you, Dwayne Miller, the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, and extend my sincere congratulations.
So I now invite Dr. Dwayne Miller to address convocation.
So, Chancellor, President, Dean Lemieux, honored guests, brilliant graduates, proud parents, it is indeed a great honor and privilege for me to receive an honorary doctorate degree of science from your great institution and to address you with what few words of wisdom I might have. We are here to celebrate your accomplishments, and you're passing the threshold to the learned. Think about it, right? Look around you. What do you see? I see the future. You are Canada's gift to the world. You have great responsibility now placed upon your shoulders to change the world for the better, to make the world a better place. In pondering the best message to give you, I thought back to my university days and expectations. Do any of you remember your first lecture? Right? I still vividly recall taking my first seat in my first university lecture hall and being absolutely thrilled to be there. I was excited to learn all that I could. I remember looking around at the very walls, thinking somehow the knowledge that was discussed would magically diffuse into my brain just by being there. I only later discovered how much work this would take to master the material. But master the material I did, as of all of you. I've also learned in my teaching career that the differences in mastery is subjective, and now what really counts is what you actually do with your newfound skills. It is important. Here I'd like to present a simple theme to help guide you in what comes next. It is important to have what I call a can-do experience, to really believe you're empowered to go on to ever greater accomplishments. You will be the future leaders, each in your own way, It is now up to you as to how to change the world for the better. The point needs to be put into context so you can see your own promise. I was the first person in my family to go to university. Both of my parents were from homestead farms in northwestern Ontario. Neither one finished high school. They later went on and got a college degree. I was the proud son, but very good. If there was ever a kid who was never going to university, I was that kid. I have some rather funny stories connected with my voyage in academics and scientific research that would certainly surprise you. For example, I was actually banned from taking physics in my high school, right? My teacher didn't think I was up to it. Personally, I think it had to do with a little incident involving a giant slinky toy that ensnared him with much hilarity, but never mind. It took me many years to get over this assessment of my inability to do physics when I found later that I was probably best at physics, and I now teach physics at the graduate level, right? The real defining moment for me was in third year at the University of Manitoba. I was contacted by a lab head at the White Shell Nuclear, this is the important word, Nuclear Research Establishment, asking me why I didn't apply for a summer research position. I was working for the city of Winnipeg at the time and was thinking I could aspire to nothing better. I told the person I needed to make money to finish my education, but thanks for asking. She then informed me that apparently scientists are paid. I recalled saying, you mean I could really do this really cool stuff, science, and get paid? This was an absolute revolution to me. I always thought I could never be a scientist. These are seriously smart people. Nevertheless, I took the job. It paid better, right? As it turned out, the division head, who was my boss, left the day I arrived to go on a long vacation. He just happened to make an off-the-cuff remark that I should try to find a way to store radioactive waste, because after all, that's what his division did. And then he put me in charge of his own personal lab. That was a big mistake. So I had this great idea that radioactive isotopes come from minerals, rocks, and why don't we just turn them back to rocks? They're pretty tough. It turns out that it takes some very tough conditions to make rocks. To make a long story short, I basically blew up the lab. It's a nuclear lab. It's a nuclear research establishment to detect small leaks. It was shut down, all kinds of excitement. The boss returned, you can't imagine. I was able to get all my product off the walls and the floor, and I found out, in fact, I had made the absolute best way to store radioactive waste. It's still 100 times better than what's currently used today, right? This work was related to storing radioactive waste from CANDO's CANDO reactor. I can't resist the pun. It was then I had my defining can-do moment. I made a contribution that could be important one day, and I could do research. I could be a real scientist, right? All of us need this can-do moment, although I hope not in such a dramatic and in a better measured way than mine. From there, I went to Stanford for PhD work, thinking again I wasn't up to the bar. As it turns out, the Canadian education is second to none. I was one of the top students there. So I can assure all the graduates that you have received a world-class education here at the University of Waterloo. My PhD was based on something as esoteric as a picosecond laser, light that was compressed down to 1/1,000,000th of a second to follow the first steps in photosynthesis. I landed an academic position shortly after, right from PhD. From that moment on, I've always taken pride in what my students have accomplished, as I'm sure the University of Waterloo and your mentors will be of you. These accomplishments include the development of water-soluble polymers that overnight eliminated 100,000 tons of chlorocarbons going into the environment. Other students, as Herman was saying, have developed a laser that solved the problem of scarring, that achieved the long-held promise for the laser to attain the fundamental single-cell limit to minimally invasive surgery. I'm absolutely sure this is going to help many people, even in this room, and I could be not more proud of my students. They're part of a revolution in medicine that's now undergoing, especially for the people in health applications. Most of you probably have been taught you can never see atoms, never mind watching them in real time. We thought we could do it. We had the daring to try and to reach beyond our comfort zone. And as Professor Scanni was saying, we made the first atomic movie, and that now is revealed the very magic of chemistry. How a chemist can take the same trick and use it over and over again to make any molecule or any drug that you might want. These accomplishments are all testimony to the importance of science and developing a can-do mentality. Always reach behind what is known and go with confidence that you can do it. Here I'd like to close. Convocation speeches are intended to provide you words of wisdom on taking your first steps into the real world and carving out a future for yourself. I would like instead to issue you a challenge. You have the potential to be the greatest generation yet. Your mission is to make the world a better place in which we finally understand how to live in harmony with nature, find the beauty in nature, and the peace this knowledge brings. We're coming to a new period of enlightenment of what life truly represents as our minor role as actors in life's drama. To answer this call, you need to stay lifelong learners of science. Never stop questioning. Challenge the root cause for all the effects that you see reported as if the sky was falling. Look for the truth. Use your scientific training to distinguish fact from fiction. Now go out and save the planet. You can do it.
Morning. My name is George Dixon, and I'm the Vice President, Academic and Provost here at this incredibly fine university. First, I would like to thank Dr. Miller for his comments. It's rare that you see someone get both laughter and applause during their speech at convocation, so that's a bit of a hard act to follow. My congratulations. I would also like to formally welcome Drs. Eagles, Myers, and Miller to the group of Waterloo's distinguished alumni. Very well deserved. I would now direct my attention to the graduating class. I wonder if you could please stand as you are able. This is actually the critical bit, okay? Mr. Chancellor, I present those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Waterloo that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, honored guests, participants. It's a great day. The weather's even cooperating outside, which is often something I can't say at convocation. Convocation is perhaps the most rewarding occasion in the life of a university. It evokes our ancient rights and privileges and stirs us with the promise of new beginnings. It is a unique blend of celebration of accomplishment and anticipation of the future, and you'll find that in very few events that you attend in life. On behalf of the University Waterloo administration team, I would like to formally thank all of those who have made today's event possible. To the parents, family, and friends of our graduates, especially those who have traveled some distance to join us today, thank you. To the university community, that's worth applause. To the university community for developing these scholars and delivering their outstanding event for our new alumni, thank you. And of course, we acknowledge those who have been unable to join us today. Their presence is felt. I'd now like to do something slightly different. I would like the graduates to remain seated, and I invite all of the parents, family, friends, event coordinators, and the band to rise as you are able. This is actually just to make sure that blood is circulating, okay? Look around and wave. Amazingly, you're going to see people wave back. Graduates, I would like you, with applause, to celebrate those who make Convocation so special on your behalf. Okay, the blood is now circulating. Please be seated. As we prepare to confer degrees, I have a few notes. The first is, if you would like to take photographs, you may do so in the area to the left of the platform. Please enter this area by going down the left side of the gym, down this hallway. If you approach that area just before your special graduate is about to proceed onto the stage, you'll be able to take your pictures. Once you have taken the photographs, I would ask that you please return to the seats to allow others to take your place to take photographs of their special graduate. We confer degrees in alphabetical order by program. And please remember that some students have a name that begins with A, and some students have a name that begins with Z. It is not their fault. I wonder if you could please show respect to your fellow classmates by returning to your seats after hooding so that we can share the celebration together. Now, this is the part that you've all been waiting for. This is where we actually provide you with the degree. I would like Jim Rush, Dean of the Faculty of Applied Health Sciences, to come to the podium to start announcing names. Jim, floor is yours.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts Honors Program. Alicia Bazina, Melissa Borgdorf, Lillian Elma Broderick, Tanya Casalucci, Ying On Vivian Choi, Michael Clothier, Jordan Coyne, Heidi Den Hartog, Caitlin Amanda Dupuis. Megan Dykman, Hannah Mary Froome, Paloma Gonzalez Izquierdo, Erin Gruter, Cassandra Catherine Hahn, Vanessa Mary Ayus, Carmen Joles, Ruben Sandy Kataki, Victoria Marie Kellington, Jill Leanne Knight, Connor Robert Kuntz, Nathan Eugene Lay, Carmen Kaho Leung, Derek Linwood, Katrina Machulis, Taylor Marie McTaggart, Catherine Middleton, Mackenzie Adam Moore, Wilfred Ing, Jenna Maria Remedios, Katrina Michelle Rockwell, Daniel Joseph Salmon, Jessica Spence, Madison Alexandra Taylor, Brittany Vandrill, Kayleen Nicole Winter, Janelle Zaya Alcantara Zagala, Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Public Health Honors Program. Ryan Loke, Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Congratulations. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, General Program, 4-year. Inhan Song, Sam Zangui. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science Honors Program. James Alexander Burney, Hung Yu Matthew Chan, Edmund Chi. Joseph Winston Church, Mattia Erica David, Alicia Katie Dings, Emma Egertson Johns, Carissa Ashley Gagne, Ethel May Gregorio Gonzalez, Katerina Alexandra Kamoutsis, Ellie Catherine Ann Kibbard, Daisy Edna Kaiden, Joshua Michael Kostyuk, Evan Lackey, Hillary Adeline Laking, Corey Andrew Mroxkowski, Monaghan Naganathan, Shivani Sharma, Lisa Tran, Nicole Vandenhugen, Devin Welch, Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now invite Robert Lemieux, Dean, Faculty of Science, and Marley Spafford, Associate Dean, Undergraduate Studies, Faculty of Science, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, General Science, 3-year. Michael Blackborough, Delia Dragomir, Olivia Marie Gallagher. Fadi Sheriff Hannah, Rochelle Horn, Bonnie Chi Yan Lam. Tristan Douglas Mack, Kirilos Hani Milio, Gurbinder Singh Sandhu, Andrew Ran Shen, David Xiang Shi, Aisha Sadiq, Rachel Elizabeth Smith, Vivian Tan, Jessica Elaine Vandervaart, Kenneth James Wallace, Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I'll hand it over to Robert Lemieux.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science Honors Program. Abigail Asuncion, Rachel Aldine Tan Baldanosa, Cameron John Beckloff, Binglong Cha, Jingji Chao, Zainab Chalaki. Jennifer Chandra Bose, Nan Chao, Meishin Cheng. Michelle Chu, Kevin Chu, Elena Christina Chura. Adriana Costa, Paulo De Sordi, Yushi Ding. Ding Wei Feng, Hannah Lillian Joy Fishbein, Alan Gilchrist. Rabia Sarfraz Gill, Manur Gohar, Ashley Mary Grant. Sarah Hossam Haikal, Piayu Hu, Micah Celine Riego de Dios Jimenez. Christine Joseph, Amanda Casas, Fatima Khan. Jacob Kim, Caitlin Marie King, Shweta Kohli. Divyani Kumar, Theodora Lasik, Lisa Kawai Lei. Fiona Haoling Lee, Jiqing Li, Quang Lin. Rajint Lingatas, Chichen Lu, Hassan Man. John Mitchell McFarlane, Pirtahini Mahalingam, Johanna Isabel Malton, Esther Mamo, Jocelyn Matikor Marty, Allison Stephanie McCarthy, Youngking May, Carter Davis Minchell, Christine R. Munoz, Aurelia Cristina Nigulescu, Isaac William Noyes, Peter Boyd Nueve, Patrick John O'Brien, Hanko Park, Hital Patel, Malika Patil, Trevor Douglas Potts, Sumrat Singh Randawa, Adham Riyad, Braden Rosentrader, Koshia Sangarapillai, Nitu Shaji Saji, Cheng Shan, Raman Matthias Singh Sod, Veronica Adelaide Correa Taylor, Nina Tate, Sabrina Trani, Claudia Wong, Xing Rong Wong, Cameron Cody Wheeler, Colin Wu, Danny Shi, Cheng Yu, Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Optometry. Salsabil Jadi. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now invite David Edwards, Associate Dean and Hallman Director, School of Pharmacy, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Pharmacy. Leen Abu Yunus, Rama Ahmad, Amna Al-Kayat, Zain Al-Tahan, Fayez Arab, Rita Batul. Joseph Bechet. Jillian Olivier Belanger. Jonathan Teklamariam Berhani, Heather Andrea Black, Alexandra Marie Blay, Rebecca Jane Blimke, Sarah Elizabeth Blythe, congratulations. Jennifer Bono, Laura Budo, Stephanie Bowie, Vivian Bowie, Sophia Bulovich, Christy Marie Butt, Melissa Caputo, Sheldon Carvalho, Esther Carmaine Cheng, Amanda Dewan. Nicole Demansky. Brandy Durr. Monique Iza. Mars Escaros. Heidi Victoria Joanna Fernandez. Matthew John Filipovich. Heather Foley. Brian Fumerton. Katie Gamage. Jonathan Stanley George Betema. Taylor Blair Jelinas. Jerry Joseph Benjamin Giddens. Owen Graham. Daniela William Gerges. Myrna Hanna. Lisa Colleen Harrington. Yi Fan He. Joanna Ho. Caitlin Holden. Michael Hum. Madeline James. Cassie Melissa Jessup. Caitlin Elizabeth Chapman Jones. Manvinder Kalon. Deanna Kang. Denise Nicole Keller. Prabjot Kabra. Minaz Shireen Kaiser. Stephanie Kim. Subin Kim. George Cobain. Ricky Kwan. Chelsea Dawn Kwong. Shazma Abdul Aziz Laka. Michael Lamb. Morenza Mentung Lam. Stephen Lamb. Rachel Michelle Lee. Song Ali. Kevin Jia Hui Lee. Loretta Min Hua Lee. Seo Bei Liang. William Alexander Lickley. Adam Murray George Ling. Jacqueline Taylor Lippa. Jessica Yi Kun Lu. Carmen Marie Laux. Selena Aliyah Manji. Sarah Emma Mann. Brittany Marshall. Gurleen Mataru. Terabu Anbreen Mawani. Selena McLeod. Namdar Moazami. Courtney Montague. Ashley Morrison. Amanda Erica Moscatini. Hawa Bibi Javed Motala. Gagan Paul Muti. Kyle Frederick Nagel. Narifa Nazruddin. Kelly Ng. Mintu Nguyen. Miriam Segal Omar. Lexi Lorraine Marie O'Neill. Morgan Nicole Phillips. Kara Finney. Huan Ping. Kavita Puri. Priya Raja. Manjo Randhawa. Husam Sala. Kavitha Selvathiligan. Scott Shah. Michael Mohsen Siha. Jagjit Singh. Sandy Solomon. Andrea Starch. Natasha Alexandria Sabolts. Yijing Tao. Ava Vanderhyde. Ryan Vanderkrook. Jessica Villanueva. Vincent Vuong. Cindy Wang. Brooke Renee Waterworth. Andrea Yin-Ying Wang. Jonathan Wang. Kareen Wang. Yi Yao Sia. Jackie Kahi Yu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now invite Rona Hanning, Associate Dean, Graduate Studies, Faculty of Applied Health Sciences, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts. Okay. Zachary Morgan Stevens, Georgia Tier. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Health Informatics. Rose Eileen Alquiza, Benjamin Charles Lan, Jessica Kathleen Moore. Wendy Odell. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Public Health. Carla Marie Alfieri, Kelly Anjavari, Shilpa Aurora. Tina Asaf, Taryn Eid Azevedo, Samia Badar. Arjun Barath, Megan Brenner, Patricia Marie Bromby. Brooke Campus, Richa Choda, Lindsay Elizabeth Burnett. Katharina Hoynatsky, Lauren Clow, Jennifer Delicio. Tira Duki, Wala Kamal El Sheikh, Trisha Frempong. Lisa Gerard, Yasmin Haji, Catherine Marie Horst. Erin Jenkins, Anne Marie Korpikoski Quinn, Janet Kwanzaa. Christine Micah, Lauren Kyle Mathani, Delia Memi. Michelle Musso-Bailey, Laura Murphy, Timothy Brent Mutu. Priyanka Patel, Sarah Penny, Paula Michelle Pensa Branco. Yekaterina Putina, Jackie Irene Regich, Ashley Rideout. Melody Rohani, Shelley Lynn Russell, Faria Sakia. Melanie Sanderson, Courtney Schaefer, Nazia Siddiqui. Jennifer Frances Snow, Catherine Stothart, Suzanne Jeanette Smith. Tina T. Zetto, Rabia Tarani, Sakina Tayer. Anita Helena Tressler, Varishti Apadaya, Sweta Venkataraman. Okay. Deborah Ann Viel, Kyle Matthew Wagler, Rabbi Zafar. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now invite Kirsten Mueller, Associate Dean, Graduate Studies, Faculty of Science, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree of Master of Science. Carolyn Ruth Allen, Christopher Andiri, Aisha Basharat. Peter Maurice Black, Marissa Chin, Tahini Hussein Chowdhury. Rachel Ann DeJong, Matthew Wong Denino, Sarbjeet Singh Gurjal. Mark Evan Hamilton, Graham Michael Howell, Sarah Marie Jansen. Ranjit Neenan Joseph, Mostafa Kamal, Lingzi Ma. Jacqueline Marie Machukevich, Daniel Martell, Tara Lindsay McNichol. Jennifer Mead, Harissa Mehmood, Denise Ng. Benjamin Mark Norman, Patrick Gilles Pomputis, Jennifer Elizabeth Simpson. Ashley Ann Ross, who is also the recipient for an outstanding achievement in graduate studies in a master's program. Sarah Elizabeth Sine, Cheryl Soulier, Brenda Trang Trin. Vikar Unissa Begum, Nelson Arthur Zabel, Alariza Zabarjardi. Rosalind Zhang, Insia Zia. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now invite Kofi Campbell, Academic Dean, Renison University College, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Social Work. Kate Arends, Courtney Bananish, Deborah Brady. Megan Cordero, Rebecca Christina Ferguson, Judy Fries. Lee Ann Hemstock, Nadine Hindmarsh, Ashley Hoff. Adam Kayiwa, Leanne Calpin, Patricia Legresley. Tracy Monahan, Joanne Osborne, Deanna Refuse Poole. Jason Ritchie, Sarah Schreier, Janice Michelle Shears-Rumbold. Karen Elizabeth Smith, Felicia Tatu Nkanglafak, Christine Uamahoro. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now invite Kirsten Mueller, Associate Dean, Graduate Studies, Faculty of Science, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Kristen Brown. Christine Daria Choli. Imram Kamas. Yasemin Kuchakazadeh Yadzi. Rachel Laxer. Yingying Liu. Stephanie Catherine Liu. Taylor Mavara. Taylor is also the recipient for Outstanding Achievement in Graduate Studies in a doctoral program. Caitlin May MacArthur. Colin David McKinnon. Maggie Miller. Leslie Lynn Moisey. Joachim Nosofini. Quang Quang Pang. Christopher J. Pugh. Lauren Elizabeth Hayward Searens. Todd Searens. Cao Chi Sun. Bing Yao Tan. William Henry Toes. Gregory Detliv Alexander Vey. Robert Walsh. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I invite President and Vice Chancellor Feridun Hamdullahpur to the podium to address convocation.
Before I did that, Mr. Chancellor, would you please certify those degrees in absentia, please?
I confer the degrees in absentia.
Good morning. What a great morning. I know you've been sitting here extremely well. I'm looking at some of our future students here. They've done absolutely fabulously well, and this is what happens, okay? When you come here, study really well, you get to cross the stage here. And I know you're probably, if you're not really hungry, you're getting there. And we are under very strict instructions, of course, from our chancellor to finish this under 2 hours. So my speech is only about 25 minutes, so I'm just going to go over a little bit. But graduates, let me start with you. As I watch you crossing this stage, as I ask you about future, it was impossible not to see this tremendous energy and excitement, especially the energy part. I can feel it in my shoulder, that your handshake was so strong. But also, it was impossible not to see this immense pride in you. Pride in graduating, pride in being here. But you also indicated that all of you, that it was hard work. We told you right from the beginning when we first welcomed you here at the university that it was going to be hard work. And you are all here despite that hard work. Some of you are already in the work life, some of you, as you enter into the work life, whether it is working for somebody, working for yourself, or doing more advanced studies, you'll always take that hard work with you, and you'll look back and say that, I'm so glad that I worked so hard. It prepared me for what I'm doing today. So this is a moment that I always wait and wait and wait for, and I say, graduates, welcome to the University of Waterloo's alumni family. Let's welcome them. As our Chancellor indicated in his remarks earlier on, this is a very special year that you're graduating. This is the 60th year of this university, 60 short years. In 1957, you look at the size of graduating class, there will be 3 more convocation ceremonies this weekend, in addition to 11 or 13, I forgot the count of it, we had in June. In 1957, this university started with 74 students. The Faculty of Applied Sciences, in the last couple of years, added 2 new facilities, the extension building that houses fantastic kinesiology labs and other things, and then, of course, Toby Jenkins Applied Health Sciences building. When we started in 1957, can you guess how many buildings we had? 0. Our first classes with 74 students, we held them in a trailer. I'm very proud to say that graduates, our institution, your institution, 26 of our 60 years of fantastic existence, it's been named the most innovative university in this country. 26 years in a row, one of the best universities in this country and one of the best in the world. This year, the university was named as the university with the highest average entry mark in this country because you enabled us to do that. (1957) was a special year. In 1957, guess what? Frisbee was invented. I'm sure many of you played Frisbee. In 1957, laser was invented. We heard all about laser surgery from our honorary degree recipient. 1957, Canada sent its peacekeeping troops to the Suez Canal, so Middle East, so that we could help resolve the Suez Canal crisis. So, 1957, Canada started a new age, new era, that we started forge our identity as peacekeepers, as internationalists, and most importantly, as innovators, because our university started in 1957. And we haven't stopped. We've been going nonstop, and I cannot look at a better proof of our impact in the world than what I'm seeing in front of me. There are so many fantastic examples for the Faculty of Applied Health Sciences and Faculty of Science that you're graduating in. Millions of people in the world, they quit smoking. We have much fewer smokers in the world than we did before because of some fantastic work being done here at the University of Waterloo. Those of you who graduated in kinesiology with a kinesiology degree, did you know that the University of Waterloo invented kinesiology? We established the first kinesiology department in the world. And AHS is much younger than the university. They're only 50 years old compared to the university. So you can expect so many things, more things to come. Today we're talking about gravitational waves. Today we're talking about this unbelievable notion of quantum computers. Today we're talking about being the major force behind various aspects of water research. They're all happening here at the University of Waterloo in the Faculty of Science that you graduated. I'll give you one example. There are so many examples, but I'm really certain that Chancellor will be upset with me if I went over all of them. Can you imagine an institution bringing in one short year $90 million of research funding to the university in two areas, water and quantum computing? $90 million. In this day and age, research grants don't just automatically by natural convection flow into universities. They go there because of excellence. And this is the kind of excellence we have, a global level excellence that we've been able to attract these fantastic research grants. And some of you, I believe, I'm looking at my colleagues sitting up front with their PhD studies, that you have enabled us to do that. And you've also benefited from that presence. And we're looking at you and say that you have the torch, keep running. You will be graduating, you will be leaving this institution, you'll be doing some wonderful things. I want a number of small requests from you. First one, you have to take a few things with you. Make sure that you'll always remember your colors. And I saw one of our PhD graduates at exactly my type, the same type. Black and gold, be very proud of it, but also take our ideals with you, our ideals of diversity, inclusivity, respect for the freedom of speech, respect for curiosity, and respect for inclusivity. These are some of our deeply entrenched ideals. Remember, while you were exposed to some of the best and the brightest here in your studies and your research, we've been able to do this because we are also deeply entrenched in these ideals. You'll be joining a big, huge family. I keep saying that it's close to 200,000. They say, no, it's 195,000. Who cares? Let's say with you, today it's 200,000. You're joining a family of 200,000 very proud University of Waterloo alumni. Make sure that you maintain your connections. You've established some fantastic friendships here. Cherish them. Continue growing those friendships. Expand your network. Be part of that network, but also take advantage of that network. We want you, I'm looking at you, some of you are wondering, well, here I am. Am I going to be successful? Don't look too far. First, think of yourself and look at your left, right, and you'll see the reasons why you are very successful. You already have. You will do some amazing things. I'm really, really certain of that. You'll be very successful in what you do. Some of you will enter into this big business entrepreneurial adventures. This is one of our trademarks as well. You'll make a lot of money. I hope you will, because I want you to come back and share some of it with your university. Parents, friends, supporters of our students, I cannot thank you enough. They are here, you helped them, but they are here because of your own brilliance, and their own hard work. Since you got already the applause, so I'm not going to ask for one more. Thank you so much for spending so many years of your life here with us. This is our relationship. This is one phase of our relationship. Your relationship with the University of Waterloo started the moment you thought about, I want to go and study there. And this is a lifelong relationship that we will cherish, will enjoy. You make us very proud. We are proud of you. Go do whatever you think that you'll do best, what's in your heart, what's in your mind. Congratulations.
Well, graduates, we still have a few minutes left, and there's still some professors here we haven't heard from. No, maybe not. I declare convocation is now adjourned. Congratulations.